So there's a method to what I do, even though it might not always be obvious. Um, all these ways of organizing the practice into meaningful combinations. Please come and sit. If you've been working on this sitting to squat with me, let's see how it's going. Always use mindfulness and just start small. Keep practicing. Seated pose. Tuck yourself in a way that supports your breathing, that supports your spine, supports your brain as part of your spine, as part of your body. An easy flow of energy. Check in on the bony folded legs, making sure there's no discomfort. Oh, I mean, a little bit of discomfort, no harm. To be honest, there can be a little bit of discomfort. Um, but we can differentiate between that and harming. Check in with your arms and hands. Position them so that your shoulders can relax. Let your eyes rest for a moment as you find stillness of any kind. But there's the breath, not stilling, the breath flowing, the mind stilling by resting on the breath, the body stilling with our concentration. And by bringing peace into our bodies, peace into our breathing, we might find some peace between our ears, some stillness there. Reach up your arms, breathing in, open your eyes, stretch your fingers. Breathe out, bring your hands to your heart. When you arrive there, lift gently by coming in and upward with your thumbs. Sitting tall for the Om, breathing in. Om. Rhythmic breathing through your nose with gentle sound. The air element. By breathing this way, increasing the vital energy. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the air on your skin. Sharing the air. And please come around to tabletop position. Give yourself a moment to prepare your body and to find open hands, fanning out the fingers, index fingers forward. They can be ahead of your shoulders. So all the permissions given to take care of yourself, make choices that support your well-being, and to gently increase our vital energy through yoga. Ground your knees, the tops of your feet. Little plank pose, that's what this is. Find a little tone across your low belly. Breathe 5 times, pressing your hands. Neutral spine, tummy tones. One more time. Right leg back. Tuck the toes on the floor and press back through your heel. If you need to switch or want to switch to forearms, you may do so. So I'll just do that as part of my thoughts there to focus on the lower body and give suggestions about how to mix it up on the hands as needed. One more time. Slowly release. Really slowly with this one. Other side, come in slowly as well. Tuck your toes, then press back through your heel just enough to feel a little bit of a stretch in the lower leg. And breathing on the forearms is positive in its own. 2. Arms, shoulders, belly, spine, neck. Check in with yourself. Heel, lower leg, release with slowness. Cow spine on the forearms. Why not? Come on down if you're not here already. Peek up if necessary, but it's just like it sounds. A little bit of heart and face forward. Don't overdo in the low back. Navel in and up. Learning to tone the front pelvis below the breath. One more breath. Come up to cat spine. Start with your pelvis. Tuck under your tail. Curl yourself up to your hands or your fingertips for 1. 2. Light on the fingers. One more time. Cat pose. Third eye. Space between the eyebrows. Activator. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes for bear. 1, 2, 3. Downward facing dog, coming to your feet. A moment to find that positioning of the hands and feet where our foundation lies. Bring your head down between your arms, weight back towards the legs. Heels reach down, maybe the toes lift. Open, spreading hands. One more time, breathing deeply, the fire element in the belly, downward facing dog. Uplift in the belly to come forward to half lift pose. And as far as you can comfortably walk, and then inhale, bring your hands up your legs to lengthen your spine. Nice, breathe out, forward fold, let your knees bend as needed. Rocking the forward fold. Hold your elbows, rock gently on your feet. And then let your feet settle and explore rocking your torso a little side to side. Nothing's forced. Free rocking, a few more breaths. And standing up, bring your hands to the sides of your pelvis, press your feet, rise. Exhale, mountain. Adding the arms of the victory pose to mountain. Shoulders are down, a little tone in the belly. Lifting the plane of the face. A little energy to your reach. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out, release. Stepping back to the crescent lunge from the top of your mat. Come to the ball of your right foot. Bend your front knee. Lower your back knee towards the floor and pulse. 2. You could add the victory arms again. 3, 4, and 5. Kicking that leg forward. So hands together, lean forward, press the feet, rise, kick it out, open your mouth. Other side. Come back. When you're ready, start lowering your back knee towards the floor a little bit. Maybe the victory arms. One more time. Kicking it out. So there's this whole process of coming out of the pose, really loading that front leg so strong. Maybe reset. Let it be. Empty coat sleeves practice. Make sure you've got room on either side of you for some gentle arm swinging. Find your feet, easy knees. Allow your belly to feel a little free here as you swing your arms towards the right side, turning the mid back and to the left. A few more times. Gentle and slowly, please, not throwing your body around. And then we can start to bring the hands to the body, letting the front hand touch the heart, the back hand touch the kidney area, and then the other way. Letting yourself turn a little bit side to side. Remember the coat sleeves are empty with the arms light. That little shake in between the touch feels pretty nice. And one more each way. Have a breath. Easeful and releasing. Hands together. A squatting mudra where we reach up the hands, breathing in, and then coming down. You don't have to lower your hips too far, but go down to your own degree and come on up. So nice wide feet, maybe turned out, maybe heels up and down a few times. Not overdoing, especially if you've had a little break from practice like I have. Keep it nice and easy. And release. Have a moment to take in the sensations of the practices so far. How's your prana? How is that sense of vital energy? Balanced by the apana, the exhaling, the grounding. One more breath out. Surya Namaskara, the top of the mat, feet hip distance. Inhale, sweep your arms up as you sit towards the ground with your hips. Exhale, slowly fold forward, breathing out. Halfway lift pose, inhale. Exhale, go back to plank pose. Knees down, release your toes. Upward facing dog from the knees, stretch your belly. Exhale, one breath, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, angle your back heel, and rise up to warrior A. Touch your hands. Exhale, see you in downward dog, so you can do the flow plank. Upward dog. And then downward dog if you're not there already. Left foot to warrior A. Inhale, come up, say hello. Exhale, release, flowing through. Teaching this modified, hopefully accessible version. 5 breaths now, downward facing dog pose. Fire element, belly center active. Also active in the space between the eyebrows. In that ether of thoughts, that ocean of thoughts. Breathe out one more time. Inhale, come to half lift pose. Give yourself time for the transitions, extra breaths as needed. Exhale, the fold forward. Bend your knees, reach up your arms, breathing in. And breathe out, release. One more, breathing in, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Stretch your breath slowly to half lift. Exhale, bend knees, spread hands, stepping back, plank pose. Maybe you add a little dip. Straighten your arms, come to your up dog of choice, that expression. And one breath to downward facing dog. Left foot first this time. Step forward, ground the back heel. Give yourself an extra breath or so if you need it here. Touch. Exhale, flow through. All mindful. Right foot, warrior A. Inhale. With practice, your body gets to know what to do. Flow through to the down dog. So knees, if you like. So we want to practice so that we can come back and do it again next time. We want to take care of our bodies. Belly center, forehead center. The forehead center is the place we can rest our gaze internally. If you'd like to close your eyes for a moment, rest your gaze between your eyebrows. Follow inhale to come forward, half lift. Slowly breathe out, fold in, maybe rock. Bend your knees, reach your arms. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Stepping back to warrior A from the front of the mat, your right foot. Bend your knee, find your stance, that spacing between your feet so it's a little bit dynamic. Bring up your arms, lift your back ribs, not just the front. And then bending your left elbow, hand to the back of the skull, maybe the other hand on the waist. Or if you'd like to assist that elbow towards the back of your head, just don't put pressure on your neck, please. Find your stance, rib cage lifted, bring it all together. Belly fire pose. Release the arms and the legs, let everything straighten out. Warrior B, turn to the side with the back foot, rebend your front knee and settle down. This one, earthing. One more breath. Turning to your side, bring your feet close enough together, step, step, and then back to the top of your mat. Exhale. Other side, warrior A and B. A first, facing forward-ish. Nice dynamic stance. Arms up, bend the elbow. What am I doing here? So skull and pelvis hands to start. If it works for you to continue bringing that arm back and you want to give it the assist, bring it all together. Not overdoing the back bend in this pose. Know yourself. Keep your front ribs together and down a bit. Warrior B, release everything. Let the limbs straighten. Turn to the side. Rebend your front knee. A little more spacing between the feet to keep it dynamic. Head turn. Grounded. One more time. Release your arms, turning to wide feet. Make your way back to the top of your mat. Dancer pose, shifting into your left foot with your weight. Maybe stepping to a wall if you'd like. Do the preparation first. Bend your knee, bring your heel towards your hip. Reach with one or both of your hands. Mindful of your front shoulders. We tend to be tight and weak there, so allow that area to gently open. The front of the thigh. Turn on your concentration. One more breath. The second one, if you need to reset, reset. Lean forward. So that was the preparation. This is the dancer pose where we offset the lifted back leg with the reaching arm. It's okay to hold on to something. Press your foot into your hand to create a half bow. Steady breathing and gazing. If you calm down, try again. Try the entire time. That's how it gets easier. Don't give up and release with some slowness if possible. Mountain, victory. Coming to the other side, shift, bend, catch in some way. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a maneuver to catch and then try to stand back up tall. One or both hands, nothing forced. Stretching the belly of the quadriceps, trying not to strain at the attachments at the joints. No room to think about anything else. Be here now. Dancer, one of Shiva's poses. 2, press the foot into the hand. Eyes find a spot. Try to stand strong and straight on that standing leg. One more time. And release, coming down with control and land. Step your feet a little wide, turning out your toes and coming to standing back bend. Bring your hands to your sacrum, fingers downward. So just comfortably work with your proportions. My arms are long in relation to my torso, for example. So comfortably rest your hands on your back body so that you may lift your ribs and guide your pelvis forward. Gaze down, breathe deeply, lifting the heart. Little stretch in the neck. One more time. Grounded legs. So let your pelvis come back underneath you and then release the arms and the pose. And please step to the right side of your mat, stepping your feet a leg's length apart. Turn your left leg from your heel to your hip, triangle pose. Belly center, also water energy in the sacrum. Over and down slowly. Just really take a little time with coming in. That lean into the crease of your hip on that leg. The groundedness as the bottom hand finds a place to connect. Mindful in your low back here. Do you need a little tail tuck energy? So as I start that spin to look upward, just aware not to do too much of a back bend here. That's not the idea. Side lengthening, fire in the belly. Also sacrum. One more breath. Coming on up slowly. Checking in with the other side. So really taking some time coming into this one today. Checking in was just like an everyday kind of yoga pose. So that finding that hip crease with your hand. Feel yourself bring your torso over to the side, lengthening out of the pelvis. Find your connection for the bottom hand. Mindful of your spine, your pelvis as you reach up. Take away any excess effort and stay connected to the belly. One more time, breathe deeply in, breathe deeply out. Come up slowly, stretch your arms and release. Coming back to the front section of your mat. Victory, breathe in, breathe out. Breath of joy, and we'll make our way down to the ground. Space for your arms. 3-part inhale, so a deep exhale. Inhale 1/3 forward, a little bit more to the side. All the way, inhale, reach up, and exhale, forward fold. Let your knees bend, do a little bit of a dangle. One more time. So standing up, dynamic foot pressing helps you engage your hip strength. Use that power of your legs. Stand, release. One more, breath of joy. Allowing for a big giant exhale with that big inhale. And bring yourself down and back to your plank pose, knees down. Child's pose, tuck your toes, stretch back. Exhale one more time. Flowing through to downward dog, through the upward dog. Flip feet, walk in. Downward dog, spread hands. You can add a little rocking element side to side, front and back. Hold steady. 2, Sasandasana, rabbit pose. Bring down your knees. If you need cushioning, have a moment for cushioning. So the feet and knees come close to each other, using the hands on either side under your shoulders to bring the top of your head very, very lightly to the ground. It's like a child's pose in that way of grounding the brain. So light. Stay in your low body with your weight. It's okay to come to the forehead or more to the top of the head. It's okay to roll towards the back of your head if that feels good in your body to do so, if it feels safe. Neck is long. Keep the hands on the ground today. New point of view, upside down, little baby headstand. And then sit back towards your heels. Maybe your knees want to widen for a child's pose. Exhale. Revolving child's pose, or you can have a big old long stay if you want to stay in the center. Coming on up a little bit to make room to thread the needle over towards the right. So your hips can be high or low. Work that out in your body. Keep your neck long, cause no harm. If you like taking your arm away, if you feel secure, you can drape it or reach it up. Mid-back rotation. Return your top hand to the earth, ready to support your release. And we can rotate the other way, up and out. Come back to center. Check in, maybe resettle your knees. Other side, needle threading, lower slowly to the skull above the ear. Check in where your hips are. Would you like them to be higher or lower? Long neck. 4 and 5. Press into the hand on the ground, rise up, open, go slowly, and exhale, release. Lion's pose, feet together, knees apart. If you like to walk your hands to spin the fingers towards the sides or back to any degree, stop this walk at any point. Use the uplift in your belly. And let's do this twice. This is a throat pose. Open your mouth, make some sound, make a silly face, breathe in. Use your whole body. When that feels complete, ease the hands back to the forward position and come and sit down, please. If you'd like to stack your knees in cow face or keep your legs crossed in the Sukhasana position, that really works better for my body. I can do it sort of. So just an example of like, I can sort of do that. I'm going to do it in a way that doesn't cause distress or harm. So have the option to go back to the easy cross leg pose. Cow face legs, eagle arms. Bring your right elbow underneath your left. Hug your shoulders, tuck your chin. Check in, make sure your lower body is settled as your foundation. Stay or bring the hands together and the elbows up lightly. Bring it all together. Activates the space between the eyebrows, especially one more time. Release arms. Release legs. Come back and let's do a boat pose as a neutral. Legs parallel to the floor. Palms forward. 2. Lift your chest. Big toes touch. One more breath. Come down to your feet. Other side. Change the cross of your legs, whether stacking the knees or attempting to stack the knees or sitting in easy pose, legs crossed the other way. So just check in, make sure no harm. It's okay if they don't come all the way together. And then the left elbow underneath. Shoulder hug, chin tuck. Stretch the back of your neck. Base of the skull. Lift your chin. Maybe bring hands together, lifting up. Modify everything so that it is taking care of your body with your choices. One more time. Opening out, release. Release the legs as well. Boat pose. Number 2, lean back, balance on your sacrum, lift your chest. Just one more today, so give it what you got. Straighten out to whatever degree. Victory boat. Toes could be on the floor, that's fine. One more breath. Bring down your feet together with your knees apart. Come to garland slowly. Coming through the widened knees with your arms or holding onto your legs. Calm. Gently increasing the vital energy. Release this shape. Coming into Janu Sirsasana, stretching your right leg forward, your left one folded and out to the side. Giving support as needed or bending the knee. Base your leg, inhale. The pelvis tilts forward to find the forward fold. Exhale, come on in. Walk out Go slowly with your approach so that you can tell when it's time to stop. Connect your hands to the leg or foot or floor. Bring your shoulders off your ears and your low belly gently towards your spine. Breathe slowly one more time. Take time with releasing and change to the other side. Teach yourself to find that foundation. Sit tall. Exhale, pelvis tilts forward. So maybe the knee bends to accommodate that combination of things. Walk it out. Check in. Listen to your body when it tells you that's far enough for today. Ground your head downward. Connect your hands to something. Shoulders down off the ears. Connect with your breathing. Coming to ocean breath. Breathing out one more time. Settling that the ether of thoughts, that ocean of thoughts in which we live. Rising with some slowness. Ardha Matsyendrasana, bringing your folded knee forward on your mat and the other foot to the floor around the knee. This is a consolidated pose. It's okay for the bottom leg to be straightened out instead of folded back. Just to put that out there. So we add to this a spinal twist. Find a tall spine. Give yourself space. You can lean back to let your belly turn, to let your body turn. Loving awareness to your belly. Bring your hand behind to sit tall. Support your leg with your arm. Gaze back. 3 more cycles of breath, giving this one a little extra time today. Think of the tall spine again as you come out, so you have space between the bones of the spine. Coming to the other side. So we came into the other side from Janu Sirsasana. If you want to imprint that shape and move into it. Bottom leg folded in or stretched out. Sit tall, turn your spine, hand behind, support your top leg, gaze back. Parsvajushi, little side eyes, unforced. So don't create any strain with your eyes, but gently strengthen them with these directional exercises. One more, now 3 more. Release back to center with some slowness and a tall spine. Come out of this shape. Let's head out to our belly. So if you want to flow through the up dog, down dog, lower down. Or if you're already on your belly, that's fine. So one way, I'm going to bring my knees down. One way to build your push-up strength and your chaturanga strength is to lower all the way to the ground without worrying about getting back out of that position. So have a moment to Settle your pelvis, rock side to side a bit. Feel the tops of your feet, ground and stretch a little bit here, stretching the front ankles. And then bend your knees, flex your feet, so soles of the feet towards the sky. Lift your knees off the ground, just rest forward with your upper body. Think bridge pose, that action in the feet. Press your feet. Preparation for bow. One more time, lift your knees, press your feet, and come down, relax your feet, windshield wipers, downward facing. And that's moving your hip joints side to side, taking your legs with you. Repeat, or if bow practice is in your practice, if you like this pose, thumbs down, reach for the ankles, press your pelvis down into the ground, lift your rib cage, press your feet towards the ceiling. So let's work on your knee lift to begin this. Has a little rock element to it with your breath. One more time. Release with mindfulness, come down. Come to a half frog on the right side of your body. To settle energy, to do some grounding, to let go of that effort of muscular work. Rest your eyes. Stillness meditation. Disturb yourself as little as possible and come to the other side. Slow and mindful movements. Just the energy needed. Support your head so it's comfortable. And relax your muscles. Let go of muscular effort. Allow some pausing in your breathing so the diaphragm muscle can have a little rest. Staying a little bit longer in your emptiness and in your fullness. Feeling that diaphragm muscle suspend after it moves. One more time each way. Gradually stretch your leg out and bring it beside the other one, bringing your torso to center. Cobra, long neck, active legs. One more time. Lift up to your own degree. Release down. The hands spread. Press forward and down into the mat. Elbows into the sides of the body to press up and go back. Child's pose, downward dog, something forward. Puppy, if you want to tuck your toes. One more time, breathe out. Come through and sit, and then lie down. On the back of your body, bring your knees into a bent position so you can refine your positioning on your back. Centered spine, centered neck, head, feet. Breathing out, gently sink your belly. Coming to happy baby pose. Ground your arms beside you. We've been working on this summer, bringing the feet in close to the body, lifting to the big toes, and then maybe lifting both feet at the same time. So working close to your body, learning to lift your legs off the ground. Try that a couple times. Not wanting to strain the body, but to increase that ability to lift our legs at the same time. Feel that work in your low belly. And then happy baby. Bring your legs up wide, knees bend. Come and catch. One way is to hold your hands behind the folded legs. You can add some rock to this pose. I think part of why the rocking gently increases the prana is because it is flowing. That air element has flow, has breath, working all the elements today. Settle to stillness. Let yourself find a comfortable spot, sacrum off the ground. And reversing out of this shape, bringing the legs together, bend your knees all the way. Use your arms beside you for some support like we use them in bridge. Keep your feet really close to your body and see if you can lower both big toes to the ground. Maybe one comes down a little earlier, that's fine. Just let it happen in a way that is positive for your body. Supta Baddha Konasana. Low back and sacrum tucked under a little bit for this one. Bound angle. Feet together creates the bind. Hands can come to the inner legs and encourage a softening there. Breathing out, ground your belly. Hands to the backs of the legs can support the coming out of that shape. Stretch your right leg out. Guide your left leg across your body into knee down twist. Your knee off the ground, shoulder off the ground. Maybe they both will come to the ground, but they likely won't both come to the ground comfortably. So find the middle path. What happens if you bring your knee more towards the ground, shoulders way up, shoulder towards the ground, knees way up? Try to find a center where it's a little bit of both. And then relax and breathe. Start to rest your eyes in their sockets. Exhaling one more time. Returning to the back of your body. Take time with changing sides, stretching out the other leg. And little time to explore that knee down twist. Connect your toes somewhere, let them settle. Knee towards the ground, shoulder up, shoulder towards the ground, knee up. Find a middle place where both can reach down somewhat. Head turns away. Deep breathing. Not putting any pressure in an uncomfortable way on your body. And then coming out of that shape, knees in, stretch it out, give yourself support. So, your puffiest favorite blanket, your eye pillow, your cushions under your knees. You at home, you can have your special favorite stuff right there, or you can just do it simply without anything else. But if you're distracted by being cold or uncomfortable, it's really hard to do this pose. Take a little time to settle your bones. Think about your bones, aligning the skeleton. And once that has happened, then the muscles can relax because they have brought us into this shape. If you like, you can engage your feet and hands a little bit, give a little bit of squeeze, curling in the toes and fingers, and then let them go, open, relax, soft. Any other parts of the body that you'd like to do a little engage and release? Face, jaw. Inhale, stretch it. Exhale, open mouth. Let go. Throat soft and open. Breath wild and free. Grounded, flowing, watery, airy. Sensing the elements in your body. Strong, full of energy. Gently igniting the fire in the belly with a little grounding there, a little breathing in the belly. A little pumping breath, even a little bellows where you take out the pauses, not panicky, but fire igniting, bringing your hands to your belly center. Make your way out of this shape. What's your favorite way? Is there another movement you like to add? A little twist, a little back bend to bring some energy. Maybe a bridge. Knees to chest. Leaving this open for your own favorite way. If that's not it, try that on for size. Around, come sit. Maybe hero or thunderbolt with the knees forward or crossing the legs. So for this one, sitting on the heels works for me, but sitting between the heels does not without a block. So know yourself, see if that's all right to sit that way or take it to the pelvis instead. Grounded hands. Flip your hands over. Gratitude gesture. We can fill that space with what's in our hearts, bringing the lower fingers to touch. Handfuls of flowers. Seal the hands to the heart. I hope you are refreshed and gently uplifted in your spirit, maybe a little bit in your body's energy, and some mental energy freed by letting go of our running thoughts a little bit for practice to concentrate on the body, demonstrating that you can practice yoga in any clothes that are comfortable.